Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Deep Rock Galactic. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Alright, so today we're doing a Hazard Level 5, which is the max difficulty on Deep Rock Galactic. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. Alright, so let's get into it. So, Hazard Level 3, I think, is kind of the sweet spot in the difficulty or hazard level where it's not too difficult, but if you mess up, then you can still fail. But you could go in, you could play with your buddies or some randoms, and it's not terribly difficult. You can have some fun playing, and you're not sweating it all the way through. Hazard Level 4, flips it around and makes it more difficult. Hazard Level 5 is the most difficult. It's the most challenging that you're going to have. As such, I would say make sure that you have the upgrades that you need for your weapons, and of course all the upgrades for your armor, so that you have maximum health. Alright, so this particular one is a liquid Morkite refinery or on-site refinery. And there's no mule, but there is a rig. The rig is not weaponized, so there's no help in that respect. You're basically more or less on your own. So you have to find the 3 drills, and in addition to being hazard level 5, it is complexity 3 out of 3 and length 2 out of 3. So of course the length says how long it's going to take you on average. So a length 1 is going to be really quick, take you maybe 10 minutes if you're pushing through. 2 can take you up to 20 minutes if you're pushing, of course. It can take as long as you want it to take if that's what you're into, but if you're always pushing forward and you're not just kind of fooling around, I would say 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes for length 3 out of 3. Complexity means how convoluted and where some of these different items are going to be on the map. And then, of course, hazard level is going to say the number and types of enemies you're going to see, as well as you're going to have some difficulty scaling with the number of people that you have with you. Now, it is not going to be double for each additional person besides yourself. So thereby, theoretically, if everyone is more or less at the same skill level, it will be easier to play with 4 people than with 1 person. That is usually not the case. Usually you have some people that are not very well versed in the higher difficulty or higher hazard missions. Plus you have people that are playing different jobs that are not necessarily the best for a particular mission. So for example, on-site refinery works really well with engineers and with drillers. Now, without knowing the setup ahead of time, it's difficult to say which one would be a better fit. If you have, if you have something, if you have one of the liquid Morkite sites that are, well above or below where the refinery is, and then of course you have to make a path there, and if there's no clear path, a driller might be the best one to get that path from one end to the other. But then again, it might be the engineer So it really depends on the setup of the map, whether an engineer or a driller would be a better bet. Now, in addition to that, you have the enemies. In general, the engineer is the best bug buster. The gunner is good at, or should be good at knocking out armor on the bugs, so the engineer can take them out. Plus, they have the shield generator if things get really hairy, so you have a place or a haven to be, so that you're not all dying all at once. And that's one of the other things to be aware of when you're playing a higher hazard level than you're used to. Don't feel bad if you go down. It's part of the game. As long as your whole team does not go down, that's the important thing. So going down is all right. Having everyone on your party go down, that's not great. Hopefully one person is coming in with Iron Will. That'll give them a second chance one time during the mission, so that they can get up, bring other people up, and then they will likely go back down again because they don't have any health. Now, if you do have Iron Will Plus, you also have Vampirism. Then, you know, you can kill one of the bugs, get some health back, and then when your timer's up on your Iron Will, you can still stay up, which is great. Or if you're close to a red sugar deposit, then you would be able to likewise get some health back, and then it wouldn't be a big deal. So this is hazard level 5. And one of the other things is if you're doing a public match, just know that there are a decent number of people who are looking for matches that are over, 10 minutes, that are going to just swoop in kind of more or less at the last second. Or that's what they're hoping. They're hoping they're getting in right before you're calling the drop pod to get out. And that's, unfortunate. Because although I would love people to join, if you're having people join right at the last second, it really kind of messes with everyone else's game. Because they've already put in a whole bunch of work to get the mission completed. You're swooping in just to get the rewards, which is not cool. If it was, agreed upon, like you and your buddies are playing and you're like, hey, I need to go do something real quick. Hey, would it be all right if you started something and I joined you halfway through? Just let me know. I'll keep my headset on, whatever. I mean, that's one thing. But to purposefully look for games that are about to complete just so you can get the loot at the end, not so much. So on one hand, I like the drop-in feature. I like people being able to come in and help you out, or vice versa. I like being able to help other people out. On the other hand, I do not like people taking advantage of the system just to get the loot and the experience at the end of the game. So, hazard level 5, you're really trying to push your way through the match, and depending on your job class, you're going to be doing different things. The scout is really the survivor of the group, who is the one that should be able to survive hordes of enemies without going down, just by using their traversal tool. Likewise, they're going to be the ones that are going to be able to get those supplies, get those minerals that are a little bit harder to get to. Driller is making a path. Gunner and engineer are on bug patrol. And engineer may also be helping, especially with something like on-site refinery. But that's it. Here is the gameplay for this particular assignment, on-site refinery. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
Jack connected to refinery.
Who's a good Clifton now? Whack-a-mole! Ugly son of a bitch! Pipe plump down! Neurotoxin grenade! That's grenade! Glyphid Praetorian eliminated. If only Deep Rock Galactic could develop a way to automate this process. Gears are turning! Mine carts are so last year.
Swarmers team, lots of them coming your way. Get ready.
This should work.
Eyes up. The swarmers are on you.
Down the hatch.
Wonder what slot they're serving in the canteen.
Here, have a bullet in the butt.
Your team is getting bigger. Dwarf inbound.
Nice spear. Smooth operator. You got shield boosted. Getting more ammo. Like that.
Come on, guys! Rock and stew!
I just love building stuff.
I'm the king of pipe!
Second pump jack connected and ready to pump. You're doing well.
Getting more ammo! Much better.
Let's work harder. And another one.
All lights read green. Pipelines and pump jacks are all in place, and the liquid morkite is waiting. Return to the refinery and start up the pump sequence.
Bam!
Supply pod requisitioned. Launching now.
Yeah. Resupply arrived. Go restock.
The liquid morkite is being extracted. Refinery and all pump jacks are working at full capacity. Be warned, the noise will draw in the locals, so stay on your toes and do what you can to protect and maintain the equipment.
Hey!
We got bugs, lots of them. Liquid morkite is being extracted. Pump sequence at 25%. We got a leak. Locate it and fix it.
Your time is not great. Pipe fix. Yeesh.
Pipeline repaired, but other pipelines are still malfunctioning. Pipeline functional again. However, we still have malfunctions in the system.
Praetorian down! Yeah! Liquid oppressor down! Pipe! Oh yeah! Surfing underground!
Pipeline's operational again. You're doing fine.
Try to keep up.
Bugs, get ready.
Take it out!
I think we actually have a chance to make it out.
Pump sequence at 50%. The pipelines are jammed. You need to maintain them.
Shield charged and ready.
This pipeline is fixed, but there are more outstanding issues.
What's the incendiary grenade? Got it right! Damage repair! Toxic grenade! Keep your distance, mother!
This pipeline is fixed, but you need to clear all malfunctions in order for the refinery to run. All pipelines fixed and operational again. Incoming wave. Pump sequence at 75%. You're doing good.
Sword! Bring the fire! Obey your master! Out! hiss out of explosives. I needed that. Steve fought well and died like a hero.
The pipelines are leaking. Get on it. Get them fixed.
What's the neurotoxin?
This pipeline is fixed, but there are more outstanding issues.
Play anything.
Well done. All pipelines are fixed, and the refinery is purring like a kitten once more.
Rock and stone!
Pump sequence completed. All the liquid Morkite has been refined, and the cargo rocket is loaded and awaiting your go. Press the launch button when you're ready. Wave alert. The noise from the refinery is attracting the bugs. Get ready for a scuffle. Supply pod launched. Better stand back. Well done. Cargo rocket is returning to orbit. We're sending in the drop pod to get you out. Hang tight. Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Toxic grenade! Kill some more crates. Yeah! We got this of that whale piper! Want something? You ain't coming home. Rock.
Rocket food, everybody!
Alien skull.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
Rock solid! Did I hear
That's one for the books. Retrieving escape pod.
Fucking dude.